it's Jess from Meyer Hatchery, and today I want to talk a little bit about tractor rotation. This year we moved our chickens to our omelet chicken tractor, which is over here. And it has been the best change that we could have possibly have made here on our farm. I want to share a few tips, things I've learned, and changes I've seen in the flock. Let's get started. So a couple things I've learned with rotating the chicken tractor is you need to rotate that tractor pretty often, but it's also going to depend on the amount of birds that you have. With our amount of birds that we have, I can rotate my tractor about every 2 to 3 days, and it works out great. If you have a lot more birds, or maybe you have meat birds, you may have to rotate your tractor at least once a day. We rotate our tractor on kind of like a postage stamps kind of system. So we start kind of in the corner of our pasture and we move it the next day, the next day, the next day. And by the time we go back to that first starting spot, our grass has already grown and the tractor can go back to that original spot. We also just started a second pasture so we can give the first pasture some time to really recover. We've been using that for about 3 months now. So you can see back here, we've started mowing down another spot and we'll be using that for our chicken tractor. We, as I said, absolutely love having our chickens on the chicken tractor system, coming from 7 years of being just in a static coop. Some of the things that I've noticed, number one, is that my flock seems much healthier. I know that sounds weird, but they were really healthy before, but they just seem happier and healthier now. Another thing that I've noticed as our eggs have been really good and a little bit bigger than they normally are. I've also noticed that our feed consumption is down, so they're getting more from the grass and the bugs and all that kind of good stuff, which is good to see. The last thing that I've really noticed is that I'm saving a lot, not having to buy a lot of bedding. So with my omelet, I put a very tiny bit amount of pine shavings in the trays that collect the poop. But other than that, I'm not spending a ton of money on bedding or materials to put in the run. We know that our flock is safe with this setup too. It is the strangest thing. When we had our static coop, every predator you could possibly imagine, I felt like visited that coop. But now that we're on the tractor system, I've seen maybe 1 or 2 raccoons. They absolutely cannot get into the omelet and they move along. If you're thinking about starting your coop on a tractor type setup, I highly suggest it. Do you already have your flock on a tractor system? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear your experience. Well, I need to go back to finish cleaning the pasture here so we can move the coop. Thank you so much for watching.